These are the corrections for the week 13 passage of Robin Hood Fix-It 2. We're going to start on day 1. Remember, we're not going to end quotation marks because it says on your passage that Robin's going to continue speaking, so that we don't put an end quote, because the next passage in day 2 is a continuation of what he says. So we start out, this is a prepositional opener, a prepositional phrase, without delay, and he's speaking. So this continues the last paragraph because Robin Hood is still talking about his desire to find adventure. So we have open quotes because we had stopped quotes at the end of the last passage to give some narrative, and then we're opening up again. Robin says, without delay, I will journey abroad to seek adventures. So here's the first part of his quote. That's a complete sentence. So we have a comma here, the end quote. We have our speaking verb, Robin added, and then we put a period there. This is still Robin. So we're going to open quotes and capitalize it because he's starting a new sentence. And then we don't end quotes, remember, because this is where the quote ends, is on day 2. Prepositional phrases, we have without delay and for me. This here, Terry for me here, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 4 words. That makes this a number 6, very short sentence. Our main clause here is, I will journey abroad to seek adventures. We have another main clause, Robin added. And then another main clause, Terry for me here. All of those are sentences in their own right. So will journey is the verb, and who will journey? I will. Robin added, added is the verb, and Robin is the one who did it. And then we have Terry for me here. Terry is the verb. Where's our subject? This is a command. So it's you understood for this one, for your subject. You don't say it. When you give a command, like if I say, come here, I don't say, you come here. I just say, come here, and you know that I'm talking about you. Vocabulary, Terry just means to stay in that same place. Wait there is kind of what he's saying. So then we move on to day 2. We're continuing what he's saying. So this is not a new paragraph. He's still having the same thought. Only make certain, giving more commands, that you're ready to heed my call. Then it says in the original, the call will sound as 3 short blasts upon the bugle if I require your aid. So our homophones, first of all, make sure that you are ready. So we need this YOU apostrophe RE for that one. And then the second one, if I require your aid, meaning the aid that comes from you. So this is the possessive your here. I'm going to capitalize the first word in the sentence. This only, this is a number 3 opener. Make certain, dependent clause, because if I just said that you're ready to heed my call, that wouldn't make any sense. And then we have this, the call will sound, because you have the call and then the call. That's a good time to turn that into a who, which clause. So we will take out the call, cross it out, and replace it with a which, because right on the other side of that comma is the call. So this easily modifies it because it's soon afterwards. So we need a comma because this is non-essential information, which will sound as 3 short blasts upon the bugle. And then we have an adverbial clause. Here's the end of what he says. So we're going to have a period and then end quotes. Remember, periods always go inside the quotation marks. We're going to capitalize only, and we're going to capitalize I because it's always capitalized. So then parts of speech type things. We have in our first clause, make certain. Make is the verb, and this is another one of those where the understood, the implied you is the subject. Make sure that you are ready. So we've got the contraction your. Contained within this contraction is the verb are, and you is the subject. And then we have which will sound. A verb is will sound, and which is the subject. We've got 3 short blasts. Those are cumulative, adjective, adjective, Cumulative adjectives, so no commas needed with those. Upon the bugle horn, if I requires the verb, I is the subject, your aid. Our prepositional phrases are as three short blasts and upon the bugle horn. You know this, you see the word as, you know that that is not an adverbial clause because there is no verb in the phrase. So it's being used, it's that. Heed means give great attention to. That's your vocabulary word. So for day 3, now we finally indent. How come? We have a change in topic. Robin's reaction, his pursuit. He's setting out to what he's going to do. So we're going to capitalize Robin Hood. We have this Robin Hood set off. His name is a proper noun, it's the beginning of a sentence. And I forgot subject and verb there. Then we have another number 3 opener. Widely he ranged through the forest in search of glorious adventures. So prepositional phrases we have through the forest, in search, and of glorious adventures. Glorious is an adjective, it's a quality adjective. This widely, you notice I don't have a comma with it because it's telling how he ranged. It's only modifying the verb, not this whole fact. So we're not going to put a comma with that one. End it with just a regular old period. And then we have subjects and verbs. Robin Hood set off. Set is the verb. Robin Hood is the subject. Ranged is our verb and he is our subject, the pronoun he. And that's it for clauses. So if you range, that means you pass through. So he's going all over the place. He's ranging widely. And then that moves us to day 4. We're going to indent here again because we have a change in, oh, we don't indent day 4. Sorry about that. That's my mistake. He's still ranging about the land, so we don't have to do that. We're still describing that. So no indent there. We have an adverbial clause that has a dependent clause within it. When the path he took sharply curved, that means the path which he took or the path that he took. So it's an essential clause. The path that he took sharply curved. So he took is within this other adverbial clause. Then we have our main clause. It brought him to a broad, pebbly stream spanned by a narrow wooden bridge. You have 2 cases here. Broad and pebbly are adjectives, which I forgot to mark. So we have broad and pebbly. And you could say a pebbly broad stream or a broad and pebbly stream. So that makes these coordinate adjectives, they need a comma in between them. Now look, spanned by a narrow wooden bridge. Well, what is narrow here is the wooden bridge. Those are cumulative because you wouldn't say a wooden narrow bridge. What's narrow is the wooden bridge. So no comma here, even though you have it in the previous set of 2 adjectives. Hopefully that makes sense. We have prepositional phrases, to a broad pebbly stream and by a narrow wooden bridge. So subjects and verbs, we have when the path sharply curved, here's a nice ly. Curved is the verb and the path is what curved. It's way before this dependent clause stuck in the middle. You've separated the subject and the verb there. He took, the path that he took is the verb, he is the subject. It brought him, brought is the verb, he is the subject. And there's nothing else. This is a participial phrase, spanned by a narrow wooden bridge. That whole phrase is giving us more information about the stream. So spanned just means extending over and across in this case. And you can go ahead and pause here and make sure you've got like all the corrections, sentence opener types that you need to have marked, subjects and verbs, prepositional phrases, just all of your things. And then you can upload your corrected work. Oops. And I will actually see you next semester. If you would like to keep, I'm going to keep uploading corrections videos. So you can, and LearnIt videos over the Christmas break. So if you want to keep moving forward with those to have some English to do, or your parents want you to have some, you can do that, or you can just take the break for Christmas break. But this is the last one of the semester that you have to do and turn in. If you do additional ones in the middle, let me know about that you're doing them, and how many you do. If you want to show them to me, you can, but I will get up as many as I can over the break.